Hi everyone, Wolfdanthegamer here, and welcome to another episode of Wolfdan's Opinion, where I talk about games so I can, well, any type of game I figure. And today's game is a pretty interesting one. It's called, hold on, what was it? Okay, The Marvellous Mistake, and this is pretty much a stealth point-click game. I wouldn't call it a point-click. You use the mouse to control everything, so, and that's why I classify it as. And I played like 30 minutes of this game. I figured, you know what? I might as well talk about it because so this will be more of a first impressions review, not a full review. So I know it's a little short, but it's something I decided to do. And plus, I really enjoyed this game, but I feel like it's not ideal for a full review. At least that's what I think. So anyway, I'm not gonna mention story because that's really not important. You're pretty much going out and stealing stuff, so what's the point? And if you played Thief, then you'll probably recognize this, but so yeah, let's talk about what I do like about this game. Well, for one thing, I love the art style. It's like a little bit of a cell shade approach, and I think the environments are pretty good. I never had on my 30 minutes of playthrough, just my first time, by the way. I never encountered any graphical glitches and stuff. And the frame rate was pretty consistent across the board. I will say the game looks pretty cool, at least in my opinion. I love the character designs, and I think it's cell shaded. I may be mistaken. No, yeah, I may be mistaken, but I like the character design. It just reminds me of art. And yeah, the camera's zoomed out, so it's not as detailed. But I think the buildings are pretty good because I've been to many art galleries in my life, and I will say these are the fanciest art galleries I've ever seen in my life. And it has a unique charm, so I will admit. And the levels are well designed for the most part. Like I said, it gives you enough freedom to go all around the place to collect you have to collect a certain amount, then you have to go to the exit for that. And so pretty much use the mouse to move around. Oh, sorry about that red thing. That was an accident. So you pretty much use both the mouse buttons. I think there's more stuff to it, but it's pretty simple, and it's easy to pick up and play, so it does give you a tutorial when you start the game, so at least it gives you something to work with. So, and how to counter a couple gadgets in the game. One is a distracting object, and the other is a teleport, which is useful, but the physics are off. It does tell you a line where it goes, but sometimes in a situation, yeah, the mistakes can happen, and I end up losing. So pretty much, there's no combat in the game. You have to avoid your enemies. And good luck trying to hide. It's not one of those games that you can hide in a corner. No, you gotta keep moving, no matter what happens. This is the type of, and this is what I like about this game, because the AI is unpredictable. Because there's no set pattern to the AI. Pretty much the guards move around places. They do have a blue sight, like the enemy views, and I think it has and surprisingly it does have particular vision. I think it does a little bit of it. There's also some security cameras which are self-explanatory, but of course it does alert the guards, and unless you have the teleporter, you're pretty much screwed if you're caught. So don't try to run away. You can run this game by holding the button, but as usual it tracks noise. And also you can crouch behind tables to avoid cameras, which is what I prefer. It's more like, and I like the collecting aspects of it because you collect like art pieces and stuff. And the game's fast paced. It's actually pretty well fast paced. And I play like probably around 11 levels, maybe 12 if you count the other mysterious character, which I'm not a big fan of. And also, in order to unlock more levels, you have to, because the game's divided in chapters, which I'm fine, but here's the problem. You have to play some of these missions to unlock you have to unlock all of these stuff, and that's one thing I do not like in progression, because I thought it's stupid, and I'm like, okay, why can't I just complete this stuff? Because because in the game, you can also, break into these glass containers with bystanders, and they tell the guards, and you have to escape from them. I actually like that. I kind of prefer that than playing the same level game with a different character. don't get me wrong, the different character I play as is alright. You can't run because he has a cane, he has to walk, he has to crouch around. He has this bouncy ball which is effective, but you have to retrieve it every single time because without it, apparently this is his prized possession, so you have to retrieve it every time you use it, which is fine as an element of strategy. If you throw it in the corner and the guard's right there, then you're pretty much screwed. And yes, and no, you can't get too close to the guard because the mirror will on top of his head will fill up, and eventually it will alert. So I like the simplicity. You can, of course, So distracting the guards is pretty much your main source of the gameplay, which is handy, and also knowing the level and stuff. You do have some camera movement, but it's limited at best. And since you can't use I think there's an option for keyboards, but I never mess with the keyboards because I think the mouse is by itself is alright. And overall, this game's pretty good. And this is the GOG version that I did play because it's the version I found. And there's a Steam version, but I don't know what the version is, so I don't know. Pretty much, this is a game I'll definitely spend some more time with because I really enjoy the game. And heck, maybe one day I'll do a live stream with, which I probably won't because there's other games out there that I think are better live streams than this. But it's a fun little title, and I think you'll get some pretty good hours out of it. And if you really enjoy stealth games and you don't like combat, which is understandable, then this game may be for you because it has some good elements to it. And also, I love the visual style, and the music's pretty awesome, by the way. So it's a jazz soundtrack. I don't know if the title soundtrack is. The reason why I mute the audio because I was concerned for copyright because I wasn't sure if the audio was gonna be one of those things. So I mute it just for precaution. But the music is pretty good. So I will recommend the soundtrack if you enjoy jazz soundtracks and stuff, which I personally do, but it's not a game I would buy the soundtrack for. So overall, the game's pretty good, and I would definitely recommend it for what I played so far. Like I said, the progression is a bit bullshit in my opinion. I never liked it. I don't like the idea. I like some most of the game is okay. It's good. It's good enough for me. I love the stealth aspect. I love the AI, which I think is unpredictable. So I will say it's good for what it is. Of course, I don't know how far I'll get into the game, but this will be a first impressions review for the episode for today. And plus, why not? It's something quick and easy. And plus, I have other stuff I want to do in the future, but I'll get to it eventually. So until then, I hope you enjoy my opinion of Miss Take. The title's long, so I'm not gonna try. And if you do like this content, be sure to like and comment and subscribe for more fantastic videos. And I am open to any video game suggestions and ideas. Of course, I'm on a budget, so I am a little slow on that. And also, be sure to check out my live streams, which I do in the channel. It's not a separate channel and stuff like that, but I do it for the channels. I do it in this channel, so be sure to check out my live streams on YouTube because I do that sometimes. And plus, I don't mind. I mostly just do that and chill and stuff. But anyway, I'll see you all next video or whatever video I try to do, and have a fantastic day. Bye bye.